everyone, Allie here, and in honor of World Water Day, I have decided to live out of a jerry can for the next 24 hours. The average American uses about 100 gallons of water a day. But today, I'm joining the 1 in 9 people in the world that only have access to a 5-gallon jerry can for their entire family. I have a rare disease of the retina that affects my central vision. So I'm very limited in what I can actually see, and I'm in pretty much 24/7 eye pain and eye strain. So part of my daily routine is to take Arids 2, which is a special form of eye vitamin. I will be going to the bathroom out of this porta potty today, because if I used my regular toilet and flushed it, it would actually be very inauthentic because it takes a lot of water to flush a toilet. Now it's time for breakfast, and I just want to take a minute to show you the most beautiful thing in the entire world. That was Apollo. So I'm now in the car headed to Black Mountain, North Carolina, and you might be able to see that the jerry can is safely in the back with a seatbelt. I wanted to note that the only thing that's inauthentic is that the water in my jerry can is sanitary, and I didn't put myself at risk for this experience. But at this very moment in time, there are 785 million people who are filling up their jerry cans from open, unprotected water sources that's visibly contaminated and shared with various animals that both drink and defecate in the water. Waterborne diseases that would otherwise be preventable kills more people than HIV, malaria, and all world violence combined, including war. And I know it's hard to believe, but diarrhea caused from drinking dirty water is the second leading cause of death for children under 5. So I'm here in Black Mountain, North Carolina, and I'm going to refill up my water bottle from my jerry can, since I used all the water in it earlier from my morning routine. And so this will be for my walk so I can stay hydrated. Today I'm going to be walking 3.75 miles, which is the average distance a person walks to go and collect water. Since my jerry can is already filled up, I'm going to do the first half of my walk without it, implying that I would be carrying an empty jerry can right now. Black Mountain is so pretty. I love hiking and walking around in nature, so for me this is pretty fun. But there's a big difference between going on a walk because I want to versus being forced to do this every single day for survival. As a child, I never had to miss school because I had to take my jerry can and walk it to the nearest pond, lake, or river. And as an adult woman, I've had the chance to complete my college degree and pursue my passions and goals. But right now, more than double the US population is literally sinking in my steps on a walk, and regardless of if they have opportunities presented to them, they can't take them because they have to walk 8 hours a day to collect water. The global water crisis is massive in scale and is one of the most pressing humanitarian causes we face as a global community. Now that I'm halfway through my walk, I've metaphorically made it to the water source, and I'm going to fill up my jerry can with contaminated water and then walk it back. Imagine being an 8-year-old and having to carry this. I have to use my leg to get it up here. Having to carry this for 3.75 miles every single day. Countless pelvic and spiral deformities, chronic fatigue, spontaneous miscarriages in women, and not to mention all the mental health effects of living this way, especially in the long distances in the heat. I just finished my walk for water, and now I'm going to go get some lunch with my mom. As an ambassador with Legacy Youth Leadership and Thirst Project, we do all of our own outreach to book presentations. So now I'm going to do what we all do best. Respond to emails. It's dinner time! It's common to think that boiling water solves the contamination problem. But this water is so dirty that bacteria and fungi can actually live through the heat. And even something as simple as bare skin contact with dirty water can expose people to bacteria, fungi infections, and parasites like ringworm. Water acts as the first line of defense in stopping the spread of diseases. Without access to safe, close water, communities become more vulnerable to the spread of infections and illnesses. It's magic, magic, magic. Now it's time to wash all my dishes from today. Good as new. I'm going to stand in the shower, but instead of turning on the faucet, I'm just going to use the jerry can and some body wash and my washcloths to get cleaned up. And then I'm going to pour some water over my head and shampoo and conditioner and rinse. And I'll let you know how this goes. I have never been more grateful to have a shower. As much as I love Jerry, that was not fun. But now I have to wash my clothes and my towels from today. I brushed my teeth out of my jerry can again, and I got this filled up in case I get thirsty during the night or have to wash my hands after using the bathroom. So I'm going to spend a couple of hours doing some work on my computer, and then I'm off to bed. Good night! Great news is that the global water crisis is already 1/3 of the way gone. When Thirst Project first began back in 2008, there were 1.1 billion people who were lacking access to safe, clean drinking water. And so even though 785 million is an insane number and seems out of reach, there is a solution. The solution is wells, and it's actually super simple. And there's truly so many amazing water charities out there. But one of the reasons why I love Thirst Project, the world's largest youth water organization, is because of the 100% model, which means 100% of every dollar donated goes directly to water projects. And this is possible because of 13 amazing board members who are willing to pay for all of the stuff that nobody else wants to pay for in order to run an organization. At Thirst Project, the communities can also identify who funded the well. So if we had a student group or a church or something like that who decided to fund an entire well, the community would actually be able to identify the group that funded their well for them. So it's super personal and it's super special. And another really cool thing that I like is only $25 will provide one person with safe, clean drinking water for life. So you don't have to think huge and think about funding an entire well, but if you could just spare $25, you just change the entire world for one person. If you think about it, we don't have control over the fact that we were even born, let alone what country we were born into, what family, and whether that family had access to safe, clean drinking water. And so while we all have our own fair share of obstacles in life, and I am no stranger to that at all, I know that I can always just go to my refrigerator and get a drink of water whenever I get thirsty. But right now, 1 out of every 9 people that are breathing can't do that still. And they're just as special, and their dreams are just as important. The only difference is where they were born. These are not statistics. These are beating hearts. Even Pando believes. Let's do it!